Hey everybody, KN Agile here, shooting another video in the car on the way back from the beach. You can see my face got pretty sunburned. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. I wanted to make this video on Agile scope of works. So in product management, part of your responsibility might be some project management along the lines of scoping and estimating projects for the initial agreement. In an Agile scope of work, it's very important to do probably around three to four things. I want to go over those really fast. Number one is going to be very conservative in your cost estimates. So especially around labor hours, talk to your management, upper management, about the labor rates for each functional area, and are the profit margins built into those rates, because you don't want to just charge your standard labor rates. You want to charge a rate so that your company is obviously making money on the project. So whatever it is, 30%, 50%, build those into the hourly rates and get information on the rates for example, design work, back-end work, front-end work, etc. Be very accurate and conservative. Don't forget to include project management time. You want to account for all the emailing back and forth, project management, Jira management of all these tasks as well. So that's going to be another line item in your estimate. Be very conservative. Don't be afraid of charging too much initially. You can always work that back. Number two is going to be, you want to have a statement of change in your scope of work that the client is going to sign off on. So what I mean is, you want to have a note very clearly in there that if any changes to the scope happen that's caused by the client, then the timeline, the deadline, and the amount that you're working for is immediately invalidated, because you don't want to be doing work and run into what's called scope creep, where the client adds all this, additional requests at the very end of the project, and you're rushing to get it done, and you're going to lose money in the end and probably not even finish. So you want to have that very clear, agreed upon up front. Another thing is, tying into this, is you want to have very clearly detailed things and deliverables about what's in this scope and what is out of scope. If you can identify what's out of scope, that's a huge benefit to you and the client, so you both agree on what you're not doing. In your statement of change note within the scope of work, you could even say something out of scope can be replaced with something in the scope as long as all parties agree to it and it doesn't add extra costs or time. That's what part of being agile is. So obviously the scope can change, but as long as the thing that's being added or replaced doesn't add to the overall timeline. So those three things really are very critical in any agile scope of work. I can send you guys a scope of work template that I use in the future, so that you can just work off of that, and it'll be really helpful. Comment below in the video any advice from product managers on how you do scopes of work. Subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time.